Hi, welcome back to 4.1, comparing two quantities from Course 1A, Singapore Math. I'm sure you've watched the content video and you're ready to deal with the independent practice. Write two ratios to compare the quantities. So we need to write two ratios to compare the quantities. So we have images for these questions. We see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 flowers have the pot, whereas 1, 2, 3, 4 do not have it. So the flowers with and the flowers without, right? That's one of the possibilities you have. The other is without over with. So here we say with is 5 and without is 4. Likewise here, without is 4 and with is 5. So this is how we do it. Let's go to the next one. Alyssa has 23 video game discs and Gavin has 37 video game discs. So that's 23 and that's 37. So the possible two ratios are Alyssa upon Gavin, or we say Gavin upon Alyssa. So that's 23 upon 37, or this would be 37 upon 23. And that's it. There are no common factors. So we don't simplify and it's done. In a school, there are 8 classes in the 6th grade. So 6th grade here, they have 8 classes and 7 classes in the 7th grade. So this one has 7 classes. Each class has an equal number of students. So every class has same number of students, and therefore we can write this ratio like this: 6th grade over 7th grade, or 7th grade over 6th grade. So both of the ratios are possible, right? So we said this is 8 over 7, and that's going to be 7 over 8. Yes? Next. State whether each of the following can be expressed as a ratio. So we have 4 questions here which are similar, and we got to say whether they can be expressed as ratios or not. First here, 6 centimeter and 60 grams. Do you see the difference? Can you convert centimeter to grams or grams to centimeters? No, we cannot do that. For us to write ratios, they should have the same units. So this is not possible. Kg to meter, meter to kg, possible? No. So we cannot express them in the ratio. 12 grams to 45 kilograms, or 45 kilograms to 12 grams. So grams can be converted to kilograms and kilograms can be converted to grams. So yes, we can express them as a ratio. Feet and yard, they can be converted, right? So you can convert feet to yard and you can convert yard to feet. So yes, this can be expressed as a ratio. That's it. Question 8. There are 123 students in a drama club. So that's the total there. 65 of them are in the 6th grade. So the 6th grade has 65 students. And this is the total that we have. And the rest are in the 7th grade. The rest, how many are rest? Let's find that. 123 is total, right? And 65 is in the 6th grade. So we take that 65 out, because the total 6th and 7th grade together make 123. 3 minus 5, not possible. So we make this 1 and give 1 there. 13 minus 5, so that's 8. And 11 minus 6 is 5. So in the 7th grade, we have 58 students. Now let's read 2 sub-questions that we have. First part, what is the ratio of the number of students in the 7th grade to the number of students in the 6th grade? So this is 7th grade to the 6th grade is what they're asking us. So we have the numbers here. 7th, it's 58, and that's 65. And it's done. They do not have any common factors. So we do not do anything further. Part B. What is the ratio of the number of students in the 7th grade? That's 7th grade to the total number of students. So 7th grade to the total number of students. So that's 7th grade we just did, that's 58, and the total is 123. That's it. Okay, so first step here was to get the number of students in the 7th grade. So that gives us this ratio, and here also we needed the 7th grade, and it's done. 8 questions done. Good. At a music competition, the number of clarinet players is 3/5 of the number of trumpet players. So if we say the trumpet players are X, for example, the clarinet players would be 3/5 of the trumpet. So 3/5 of the X, right? So let's see what we are supposed to do. Find the ratio of the number of clarinet players to the number of trumpet players. So this you can directly write saying that this is 3/5 of it, right? So it's basically 3:5. That's the answer. Let me show you how. So clarinet players, we say these are the clarinet players, right? So that's 3/5 of X to the number of trumpet, which is X, right? So we say this is 3/5 of X. Now this means division, right? We convert it into multiplication. And you remember what do we do when we convert division to multiplication? We inverse the ratio, right? So if it is X, this becomes 1 over X. So this is times 1 over X. And you see this X and this X gets cancelled. So that's 3 upon 5. Okay, easy? Yes. Find the ratio of the number of trumpet players to the total number of players. Now we can use this information that we have here. It's 3:5, right? So trumpet is 5 and total would be 3 plus 5 we have to do. So that's 8 and it's done. Ready for the next? A fruit basket has apples and oranges. For every 4 oranges, there are 5 apples. So for every 4 oranges, how many apples? 5. So 4 upon 5, right? 4:5 is the ratio. What is the ratio of the number of oranges? So we have to find oranges to the total number. So oranges, we know it's 4, right? And to get total, we just have to add this and this. So that's 9. That's 4 over 9. What fraction of the fruit in the basket are apples? So apples is here 5, right? And the total is 9. And it's done. They're very simple questions. It's just reading it well and putting right numbers in numerator and right number in the denominator. So it's basically writing your ratio well. Nicholas had $43 when he entered the museum gift shop. After spending some money, he had $18 left. So he had this initially, right? So that's total. And what he is left with is this. So how much did he spend? Can we do this mentally? Yes, we can, right? 18 to 28, 28 to 38, that's 20. And 38 to 43 is 5. So it's basically 25, right? So you can check here 43 minus 18. This is not possible, so we make this 3 and give 1 over there. So that's 13 minus 8, which is 5. 3 minus 1 is 2. So that's what we said, right? So that's what he is spending. So the question is, find the ratio of the amount of money Nicholas spent. So this is the ratio. So spent and to the amount of money he had left. So the ratio is 25 as to 18. Or if you want, you can write like this also. It means the same thing. What fraction of his money did Nicholas spend? So how much is he spending? 25, right? So we write 25 here. And then what will come in the denominator? It says what fraction of his money did Nicholas spend? So we have to write the total here. So it's basically what he spent upon total. And it's done. Let's go to the next. A ribbon is cut into 2 pieces. The length of the longer piece is 60 inches and the length of the shorter one is 12 inches. So longer is 60 inches and shorter is 12 inches. I like to write this kind of letters or underline things so it helps me. It's a good practice. How many times the length of the shorter piece is the longer piece? So shorter to longer. How many times it is? Right? How many times the length of the shorter piece is the longer piece? So it's 12. Shorter is 12 and longer is 60. From 12 to 60, how do you reach? You multiply with 5, right? So it is how many times? It's 5 times. Shorter piece is 5 times less. Longer piece is 5 times the shorter piece. Okay. What is the ratio of the length of the shorter piece to the original length? So shorter, we know it's 12. Do we know the original? Yes, we do. But where is it given? Well, original. Remember here the ribbon is cut into two pieces. So original ribbon is divided into two pieces, longer and a shorter. So can we find the original from there? Yes, the original is going to be 60 plus 12, right? Longer plus shorter. So that's 72. So what is the ratio of the length of the shorter to the original? 12 to 72 is how much? It's 6 times, right? So we say this is 1 over 6 or 1 s to 6. Good. Taylor's monthly allowance is $42 and Jeremiah's monthly allowance is $63. How many times Jeremiah's monthly allowance is Taylor's monthly allowance? So we do Jeremiah's monthly allowance to Taylor's monthly allowance. So that is 63 over 42. So 63 can be written as 7 times 9 and 42 can be written as 7 times 6. So 7 and 7 out. Also 3 times 2 and 3 times 3. So this means this is 3 over 2. Okay, if you want you can confirm the answer here. So we are saying how many times Jeremiah's monthly allowance is Taylor's monthly allowance, right? So we say 3 over 2 times how much is Taylor's? 42. So we do the cancellation here. 2 times 1, 2 times 21. 3 times 21 is how much? 63. 63. Okay, so this was just to check. These are good steps to learn to check your answer. Question 14. The ratio of the weight of vegetables sold to the weight of fruit sold is this. So 45 is for what? Vegetables. And 144 is for fruit. How many times the weight of vegetables sold is the weight of fruit sold? So it's vegetable over fruit. So that is equal to 45 over 140. 4. Now let's take the common factors out. We know that this is 9 times 5 and this is 9 times 16, right? Let me write it here for your reference. 45 over 144. We write this as 9 times 5 and this is 9 times 16. So we take 9 out, giving us 5 over 16. Next, what fraction of the total weight of the vegetables and fruit sold is the weight of vegetables sold? I will reread this because this kind of questions are a bit tricky to understand the way they are worded. So it's a good practice. If you don't understand in one go, reread it. There's no harm. What fraction of the total weight of vegetables and fruit sold is the weight of vegetables sold? So that means vegetables will go in the numerator and total in the denominator. So vegetables is 45. What's the total? Do we have it? Let's calculate. 144 plus 45. So that's 9, 8 and 1. 189. 1 plus 8, 9. 9 plus 9, 18. So this is divisible by 3. So let's do that. This is 3 times 15 and that's going to be 18. So 3 goes 6 times and 9 it goes 3 times, right? Again 63. So that's 6 plus 3, 9. So this is divisible by 3 and 15 is also. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. 63 divided by 3 is 21. So the final answer here is 5 over 21. So when we have common factors, we do this, we simplify it. Question 15. The ratio of the length to the width of the rectangle is 5:2. So this is length and that's the width. So that's the ratio for length to the width. Part A. Express the difference between the length and the width. So the difference between the length and the width is 5 minus 2, which is 3. We are taking from here as the fraction of the length of the rectangle. So length is 5 here, right? So we say the difference over the length. So this becomes 3 over 5. Done. Part B. Express the width of the rectangle. So the width here is 2 over as a fraction of the perimeter. Perimeter is what? Sum of all the sides. So using this, we say 5 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2, which is 14. So 2 over 14. And you can simplify this, right? Because 2 times 1 and 2 times 7. So this becomes 1 over 7. Okay, these are the last two questions. Describe a situation that each ratio could represent. So let's think, how are we going to do this? 5s to 16. So we can say that for every 5 units of apples, for example, there are 16 oranges in a basket. So it basically means that for every 5 units of one quantity, there are 16 units of another quantity. We have taken two quantities here, right? So for every 5 apples, we have 16 oranges. Same thing for the next one. For every 1,000 units of one quantity, there is 1 unit of another quantity, right? So let's think, what situation do we want to take? Let's say for every 1,000 people, there is one park. Done. So for every 1,000 people, there is one park. So this was that simple. Okay. So with this, we are done. The chapter is done. I'm sure it's helping you and you're doing well. We end the chapter and you are looking forward to the content video for the next chapter, aren't you? Yes, you are. So see you soon in the content video for the next chapter. Goodbye.